Hi everyone, this is Yemi again, and from PurposefulMe.co.uk blog, and this is my second video. So today, for my second video, I just wanted to touch on something that came up in my very first blog, and it's the subject of identity. And all of us have a way of seeing ourselves. And I think the more evolved that we are, the more we realize that our identity isn't tied to the things that we think it's tied to. It's not tied to the color of your skin. It's not tied to your wealth status, your marital status. It's not tied to your career or anything that you can measure on the outside. And I thought I actually had a good grasp of my identity, of who I was, who I am. But I was surprised when I decided to leave my job, a job that I had been in for almost 2 decades. And a job that, frankly speaking, I was great at doing and won many awards, have so many bottles of champagne on the back of projects, chocolates, more than I can eat. And when I decided to leave that job, I thought I was okay. I thought, well, it's not a big deal. It's just a job. I'll do something else. I'll find something else, go in another direction. As soon as I made the decision to leave that job, I began to feel emotions that I didn't think that I had. Emotions like shame, like guilt, wondering who I am, how people would see me, feeling like I wasn't pulling my weight in society. And that was even before I left the job. I was already feeling those emotions. And I thought, wait a minute, where's all this coming from? And I realized, shockingly, I realized that my identity was tied to my job. That even though I thought I knew who I was, I realized that I actually loved the prestige that came with the job. I loved the opportunities that came with it. I loved being able to talk about how I was contributing to the financial services sector, about the difference I was making to people's lives. But yeah, I was surprised when I realized how much of my identity was tied into all of those things. And that shook me to my core. And I struggled with, how am I going to tell people that I'm leaving my job? And wouldn't they look down on me and say, why would you leave a good paying job? Why would you leave a prestigious job? And so I had to look inwards and ask the question, what is your identity truly based on? You know, as a Christian, I know to see myself through my Creator's eyes. I know that somebody cared enough for me and decided to make me and put me on this planet. And I thought that that's how I saw myself, that was the only way that I saw myself. But I soon realized that no, it's more than that. My identity was tied to other things. And I don't know where you're at, whether you're facing a relationship breakdown, whether your kids have left home, whether you're changing career, you're facing redundancy, whatever it is that's going on in your life, you could suddenly find yourself in an identity crisis, wondering, who am I without these kids I've been taking care of? Who am I without this job? Who am I without this spouse? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? That's a question we all ask. Some ask it about their identity, sexual identity, and whatever else. Who am I? And that's a question that we all must answer, or that's a question we all face at some point. So I want to encourage you tonight, or whatever time you're watching this video, I want to encourage you that who you are is more than the job you do. It's more than the roles you play. It's more than whether you're married, single, divorced, whatever it is, who you are is the very core of your being. You are wonderful. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are loved beyond measure. You are put on this earth as a gift to this world. That's who you are. There's no worth monetarily that can be put on you, because you are worth far more than any diamond, any rubies, or any gold, silver, or whatever takes your fancy. So I want to encourage you today that if you're facing an identity crisis, and if you're facing a change in your circumstance that's causing you to doubt and to wonder who you are, I want to encourage you and say, you are awesome. And you need to see yourself through the eyes of your Creator, because He must have thought you're worth creating. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. And there's no other person like you. There isn't a duplicate. So you're special, you're awesome. And your identity is more than what you do. It's more than who you know. It's more than where you're born. It's more than the color of your skin. It's more than your race, your region, your religion. It's more than whatever you think your sexuality is. You are a human being. And you are worth it. Thank you for watching. Please share this video with others and have a great week.